So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
So we're up and running. Battles to win it back. Plays it out to the wing, and here's the chance to counter. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Tries to get it forward quickly. Out to the right. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Can he deliver? It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. He's gone for it! Hoists it forward. Oh, good interception. Back to the keeper and go again. Gets it upfield. He'll hit it! No, he's missed it.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Tries through, and he just whacks it away. Pumps it into the area. That intervention was very necessary. Good challenge, stood up well against his man. Hits one! There it is! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Turns and goes back. Tries a shot! He's missed, but by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
The breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and it's 1-0. Well, that's where he wants it. And the first 45 minutes are up. Here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. The action has already resumed here.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Got a shot away! The referee's awarded a free kick. He's gone for goal! They've played it short, and he's going long. Timely intervention.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Cleared without complication. Plays it back. Has a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Breaks on here. Going for goal! He has done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So that's 2 now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
There's going to be another change here.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Tries to locate someone up front. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Ampadu. Bulka. And the shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
He's got the ball glued to his feet. Just brushed off the ball there. It's come loose. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And that is that. So they have their win. They had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
And it goes to show that when the motivation and tactics are right, anything is achievable. Thoroughly impressed with this.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Well, we're underway. Tries to stroke it through. He's got through. Loses his balance and loses the ball. A really good feat. Plays a clever pass. A real chance to break. He gets past his man. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. The protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. We'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
What big chance! He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Just brushed off the ball there. Now a chance to break, and the weighted pass. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's one way to annoy his teammates. Tries to get it forward quickly. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Keeper sends it forward. Plays it out to the wing. Battles to win it back. Tries lifting it over. And the first 45 minutes are up. And here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Brought forward. What does he try from here? And now they can launch a counter. Nicely measured pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Pretty robust, but it's got the job done. Looks to clip it forward. Ball through needs to be good here. Well read, he's sorted that out.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Has gone out. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Hit long and direct. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he's straight offside. Gets it upfield. He's picked him out. Timely intervention. Forward it goes. Tries to dink it in. A heavy challenge. And the ball's come loose and the chase is on. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. It's going to be a double change then. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. He's gone for it. Gets good distance on it.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
He's tried one. Almost there, and the players can feel it. And he's going long.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Tim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, to me, this is a result, Peter, that says an awful lot more than the scoreline suggests. You know, after the goal, the team just and looked surprisingly comfortable and didn't really...
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And already we're underway here. Plays it out wide. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. In with a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well read, he sorted that out. And here's the chance to counter. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Now a chance to break. Plays it out to the wing. No change to the score. 0-0. Big chance! This could fall anywhere. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the ball's come out. Turns and goes back. And the shot! Same again, same outcome.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
No goals as yet. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. This could spell danger. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. Brings the first half to a close. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we are underway again. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Gets up for the header! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Battles to win it back. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That was travelling. And a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Up to meet it! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Forward it goes. Cut out in the nick of time. Played out to the right. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? He's got through. Just brushed off the ball there. Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it over to the other flank. Well played, he saw that coming. It's on a plate. Oh, real danger here. He's gone for it. And in it goes. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal. And it has to be said, an absolute gift. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, I just think they've kept at it, got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
Good challenge, he just stood firm.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Minutes away from what would be a huge up. Tries a shot! Worth a try, not this time.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
He's left his man. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And that's it. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it. But that was enough. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
And it goes to show that when the motivation and tactics are right, anything is achievable. Thoroughly impressed with this.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Has a goal! It's in!
Listen, scoring early doesn't guarantee you anything, but the first goal was always important, and that's a terrific opening.
That was easy, almost too easy.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Done very well to intervene. And here's the chance to counter. Gets into some space. Gets wrestled off the ball. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. Oh, good interception. And it's played forward. And he's made sure that that won't get through. It's being played forward. Good ball, it's found its target. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Gets it upfield. Floats one over. Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think I'd feel that way too. Not that I thrived in one-on-one situations.
Hoists it high. He's played in... And a header! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Plays it out to the wing. Has a pop! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser! Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, get your seatbelts on because...
Goes for goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
The first 45 minutes are up. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the teams level. So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half. But the score at half-time is 1-1. And that's the second half started. Gets into a dangerous position. Could try cutting inside here. Tries to get it forward quickly. And now the breakaway. Out to the left it goes. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Oh, nice touch. He's left his man. Oh, shooting chance! Wants to win it back. Goes for goal! Forward it goes. Has a pop! Oh, another save. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Deep cross. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Oh, they could break here. That's a good ball to... He's gone for it! Sticks it away! And they're back in front! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Shoots! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Cuts it out. Minutes away from what would be a huge upset. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, I have to admit, Peter, that I had this marked down as a draw at best, but their tactical approach and industry was superb.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
So it's away we go then. Cuts it out. Jagoyev. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in.
Shapes to shoot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Up to meet it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Golovin. Now Honda! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
It has got through to him. He's had a shot! And he's done it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Forward it goes. Golovin, good challenge, he just stood firm. Lobs it in gently. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. And it's got through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Great leap! And that's caused a worry or two.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
To get it forward quickly, hoists it forward. Jagoyev, try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. And it's played forward. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
The first half is done. We can review the first half.
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the action is back on the way. Honda tries a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Here it is now, Golovin! In it goes! The second half sparked straight into life.
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Good take, and he's had a look. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! They are right back in business. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And the finish! With a delicate ball. Jagoyev hoists it forward. Golovin. Jagoyev. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Ivanovic. No complaints about that challenge, robust but fair. He's made sure that that won't get through.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Right through the middle. And a shot! Oh, taken with style. And they're back in front.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think the danger for them now is fatigue. I think when the body tires, the mind soon follows, so concentration is key from here.
Into the last 5 minutes. Just a few more moments for them to hang on.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Ivanovic. It's a promising run he's making on the right. He's had a go! Can he deliver? And that is that. Whatever the shortcomings shortcomings on either side. It was a great game to watch, just one between them. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, they approached this with a very definite game plan, and I think to a large extent they remain true to that, and we can give the manager a big pat on the back.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
There's the whistle. Looks to dink one in. Surely, he's gone for it! Ivanovic. That's put paid to a promising move. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Good ball, it's found its target. Ball's out on the left now. Konoplyanka. Ball through needs to be good here. Chance! This could fall anywhere. Oh, that is another chance. There it is! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Looks to drop one in. Forward it goes. Breaks on here. He's got away. Hoists it high.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the shot! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. as a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Going for goal! Just off target.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Out to the right. Hefty challenge, but fair enough. There is the half-time whistle. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And so we're off again. Pumps it into the area. And that is not finding anyone. That's a promising ball. Has a pop! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Been levered clear. And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes work ultra sharp.
Has a hit. Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Ivanovic. What a ball this has turned out to be. And he's straight offside.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Gorgeous control there. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the weighted pass. That intervention was very necessary.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Aimed in towards the centre. So that's it. It is all over. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition. And we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
And we're underway. And it's played forward. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Ball's out on the left now. Tries lifting it over. And he's there to cut it out. Pings it out wide. Forward it goes. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it.
This game is in need of some excitement. It needs help, and it's down to the creative and striking talent to up their game and give this crowd something to cheer about.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Willian! And how good was that? A finish right from the top draw. Oh, that is a bit special. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
He's picked him out. He's away. Shot at goal. To surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Minutes till the break. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Massive leap! Really well taken goal. Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Oh, an absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
There is the half-time whistle. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the teams level. And they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And that's the second half started. Tries to get it forward quickly. It over to the other flank. Looking for space out wide. Has it out wide now. Gets up to head it! He will be livid with himself. Breaks on here. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Throws it out to the flank. Going for goal! No attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Well played, he saw that coming. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! And they've got their lead back.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
There's going to be another change here. So we have a breakthrough. Now, how will things develop from here? Has a pop! It's there!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favour.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Good ball. Has a hit!
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Fernandinho.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
It is now or never. Time is against them. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good game to watch. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. There's the whistle, and here we go. And it's played forward. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. He's found his man. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. And he's there to clear it. It's a loose ball.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Tries to get shot at goal! Goal!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Hit long and direct. Now can he fit? Going for goal! He scored! They have come roaring back. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Forward it goes. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Over to the left. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Witsel. Back into the middle. Shapes to shoot! It's in! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
And that's been won straight back. Hulk. And that's been levered clear. Header! This could fall anywhere. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Just brushed off the ball there, and it's got through. Gets it back. Garay. Witsel. Lombards. Witsel. Rondon. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Hulk. Shevchenko. That's the through ball. And he's away.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Cuts it out. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Coached through there. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Battles to win it back. Danger averted for now. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
It into the middle.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nicely measured pass. Cleared without complication. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, with the introduction of such a tall lad now, we may well see a more predictable, lofty route forward, but it's still very hard to deal with that, you know, if they can affect it right.
Hoists it forward. Danyakov. 90 minutes up, we're into stoppage time. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. He's gone for it! Defence has got rid of that. And that may well be that. That is that. And that's bounce-back ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.